Coast TV News, First Alert Meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono with this latest edition of Weather 101. In this week's series, we are talking about the formation of frost. Yes, it's that time of the year when we typically see our first frost here on Delmarva, and we're going to talk about how the frost typically forms. We have an air temperature of 36 degrees there on the right, and our air temperatures are typically taken about 5 feet or so off the surface, and then at the surface you have a super cooled layer of air roughly around the freezing mark. Now when that temperature cools down toward the dew point, you get condensation to form, and you need moisture in the air for those ice crystals, those water molecules, to freeze on contact in an exposed surface like your windshield, like grass and trees and plants. You see that frost to form, and obviously topography matters as well. That's why we typically see that frost form well inland away from the coast. And at the coast we typically see milder temperatures, the wind coming off the ocean, and that will prevent any frost formation. For perfect frost conditions, you need radiational cooling, clear skies, light to calm winds, moisture, a little bit of moisture in the air, and those temperatures in the 30s. You get some patchy frost to form generally between about 38 to 42 degrees, and some frost to form with the temperature of around 33 to 36, but more widespread frost generally occurs when that temperature is right around the freezing mark. Now we see our first frost roughly around the 23rd of October in Georgetown. The first freeze occurs around the 10th of November. In our other climate locations like Salisbury, that occurs, the first frost usually occurs around the 20th, and the first freeze around the 9th. So we're right on par for that first frost to occur in the week ahead, and forecasting some cooler temperatures by the end of the week. So we'll see if we get some frost to form later this week. That is a look at frost formation here on this latest edition of Weather 101. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Coast TV News throughout the week.